Welcome back, everyone. I am Brian, and you are Chords and Notes Nation. Yes, I am doing some of my videos a little bit differently than before. Just some things I just wanted to try out. There's going to be certain music that I will do my reactions like this for, and there will be other reactions that I will do in the living room format. Most definitely. Please check out my Patreon because I think a lot of my living room reactions will be there as well if you like that. But for now, we'll try this out and we'll see what you guys think, if you guys like it, if the audio is better, that sort of thing. Oliver Anthony, Only God Can Save Us Now. Very interested to hear this one. So, why don't we get started?
Say all dogs go to heaven, but I don't know. Well, it's been hell since you went away. People I know call me on the phone, but I don't have much to say.
Depressed.
Think only God can save me now. I think the time's just about run out.
Feels like it does.
Well, he's the light in the dark, the right at the fork of the road. But it's hard to admit when you don't even know where to go. But I don't know.
Fiddle and a guitar.
Sometimes the sun shines so bright, but I just can't feel it. And there's days I'm insane, but it's okay. At least it's real. Say all dogs go to heaven, but I don't know.
Wow. Wow. That was, yeah, that was pretty powerful for a simple song. The song structure was, I mean, it was just so basic. What he was doing on the guitar with just single notes for the most part. And as opposed to playing chords. And there were a few chords he played, especially at the end, gave it a more fuller sound. But the fiddle was taking up the space of uh, where the treble would be on the guitar if he was playing full chords. And so I think he was just sort of exploring the bass line and allowing the fiddle to take up the other space, which was really cool. And I really liked that interplay. It was sort of a dirge, wasn't it? Um, and I don't know. I didn't look to see, but okay. So he says we were recently able to come pay our respects to a great crew of underground coal miners in Lager, West Virginia. Billy Contreras, one of the world's best fiddle players, was also able to be a part of these recordings of Old Red and several other new original songs we played for the miners. So this was for the miners. Okay. Um, the song was originally written by James Bohan, Don Goodman, and Mark Sherrill. It was first recorded by George Jones for his 1990 album You Ought to Be Here With Me. Don Goodman is one of my favorites, and Billy Contreras on the fiddle used to tour with George Jones. Okay, I felt like this would be a perfect cover to do while we were down in the mine for the Dick Clark New Year's Eve session. This was an active mine, and we were required to wear hard hats. Yes, I do have a big head. LOL. I appreciate all the support. Talk to you soon. Okay, so it obviously it had a very specific purpose. I was thinking of it in a different sense, and I'll get to that in a minute. I think it's really cool that he did a cover. I don't know what the original sounded like or if it was anywhere close to the original, but I think this is very cool of him to put this out there. Yeah, really good fiddle playing. I don't know anything about fiddle playing. I've heard it, and I know, I've heard different styles. I don't know. I've just heard different songs where different players do different things with it. Is what I'm trying to get at. And I like this one. This one was really cool. Obviously, Oliver Anthony. To me, I will tell you, his voice I think is definitely interesting. The way that he sculpts his melodies. It has a very down to earth um, feel to it, and I think we all sense that. That's part of why we grab onto you know what he does musically. There's authenticity. I don't sense anything false, and that's so important, especially for this channel. Being able to experiment, being able to uh, take on new things, not being afraid to try. That's very very important, and so this song to me, even though it has a specific purpose and it was sang for a specific purpose as well, I think I think it has an application that goes beyond that purpose. Um, I think we are living in a time where only God can save us now. I think we are, any of you who have studied, and I haven't like deeply studied, but any of you who have studied prophecy, especially end time prophecy, you'll see that the signs are really starting to become more and more evident more rapidly and with more frequency. And there is a sense that there's a shift going on in this existence of ours. We've had some pretty traumatic things happen, and there is a battle that is just heating up like crazy right now on this earth. There are Nigerian Christians that are being killed. There are others in the world. There's the assassination of Charlie Kirk for his views. There is the attempt to um, secure this nation. All nations actually are going through some things when it comes to this, um, the ramifications, the fallout of globalism. People are starting to, they want their own national identity back. and they're being told they're wrong for that, which, I don't know, it's kind of crazy that way. And it just feels like we are rapidly heading towards the crescendo. And it really is only God who can save us now. And so the way he sang it, and without knowing that this was a cover and why he sang the cover, that's how I, that's how I interpreted it. And that's what I love about music is that even if it has a specific purpose, especially if it's written in such a way that is open enough for you to be able to draw your own interpretation, because music listening is a subjective experience. That's what makes it important, and that's what makes it good. And I appreciated this. It didn't have to be loud. It didn't have to be progressive. It didn't have to have all of the stuff that I love. But it had all the stuff that I love when it comes to authenticity and just a simplistic beauty. And it did seem like a funeral dirge as well, didn't it? Because it was. So that's all I have for this, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I will talk to you in the next video.